Taylor Swift is in the news again for her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, and some are claiming that a song on it is racist. Is it? We're going to talk about that here today and more on Speechless. Hey, everybody. I'm Phares, and you're watching Speechless, the show in which we talk about the news in a way the lamestream media never would. If you like this video and more, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think, and share it with your friends. But we're going to talk about Taylor Swift. She's got a new album. If you watch my show before, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift, but I'm happy for her and Travis Kelce and their marriage, assuming it's real. And we're gonna just talk about this new song that a lot of people are claiming is racist. We're not going to react to necessarily the whole thing, but to give you an idea of what it says, what it talks about, and to break down the news a little bit more, let's take a look and a listen at just a little bit of this. It's called Opalite on her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. Here's this.
I had a bad habit of missing lovers past.
Okay, so it's about
my brother used to call
some of her like exes and stuff. What a lot of her music is about.
Trash, it's never gonna last. I thought my house was haunted. I used to live with ghosts and all the perfect couples said when you know, and when you don't, you don't. And all of the foes and all of the friends have seen it before, they'll see it again. Life is a song, it ends when it ends. I was wrong, but my mama told me it's alright. You were dancing through the lightning strikes.
It's a little catchy. I'll give it that. It's a little catchy. Okay. Got a good beat.
Now the sky is opalite. Oh, oh my Lord, never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, but now the sky is opalite. Oh, you couldn't understand.
Okay, so that's through the first chorus, and that kind of gives you a good taste of really what people are kind of latching on to. Because I don't know if you heard it, but apparently there's a racist dog whistle in this song, and it's in that chorus in which she says, "Sleepless in the onyx night, now the sky is opalite." Sleepless in the onyx night, now the sky is opalite. And apparently that's racist. And here's one of the people that claims it's racist talking about that.
Of why the song Opalite gives microaggression. So this is onyx and this is opalite. Yeah. So glad we had this talk.
Okay, so that's why they basically claim that it's racist, is that apparently describing the night, she says sleepless in the onyx night, describing it as dark, like a very, very dark black rock, and comparing it to opalite, which is like lighter, and more vibrant and colorful. Apparently that is a racist dog whistle, and she's coming at black women. And they go down this rabbit hole of saying, well, Travis Kelce dated black girls, and this is actually shade at them, which actually means that it's shade against all black women. It's really, really quite vile on it when you think about it, of how deep they go into this rabbit hole of, oh, everything is just so racist. Everything is so racist. Everything that she's saying with this is racism because of this one little verse in there. But then you look at somebody like this who takes it a little bit further and actually gives you a little bit more of an explanation as to why this might be considered racism.
Diabolical. And I'm going to tell you why. If you go back and listen to this album, you can tell she absolutely wanted it to be one of her most successful pieces of work. And it was all based around the support that she has for her new soon-to-be husband, and reminding not only him, but his past relationships that he made a better decision. Now, Taylor has done this before. She's done this a few times before. Have you guys heard Opalite? Opalite is actually a fun song to listen to. But that's the song,
it was catchy,
that has,
I'll give it that,
the most direct shot to Travis's ex-girlfriend and anybody who he dated before her. She also tried to be slick in the song, if you listen to it. In that first verse, she's supposedly talking to herself. That's her cover, right?
Well, that's just the cover.
That's
So we
all the
only listen to the
fans
cover,
are
everybody.
running around going, hey, no, she doesn't. She's not attacking black women. It's a song about something, blah, blah, blah. It also gives her cover when she does these little interviews and she's like, I'm a character. I'm writing from a perspective of somebody it's all a part of it.
Oh,
Because
it's just all
as
an
you
act.
continue in that song.
And the
she's no
right
longer talking
are the ones
about
called
herself.
conspiracy theorists.
She's
What is
talking
this?
to Travis, and she is reminding him over and over again that his life is better now that he is not sleepless in the onyx night. Not only that, she makes many references to the fact that his past relationships were not in it with him. They were not genuinely on his side or genuinely trying to support him. Essentially, she is saying that those black girls did not love you the way I'm going to love you.
Okay, so here's where the jump happens, everybody. And I know that might have been boring to watch a little bit, that much of it, but I think it's important to watch because he makes actually an okay point in that in this song, maybe she's reminding Travis that like she's the one and that everything else wasn't as good as what they have now, which would be accurate. I mean, that would be accurate whenever you talk about the idea of somebody who's now engaged versus all the relationships you had prior. Wouldn't what you have now be better than what you had before? But they're making this huge assumption that it's automatically due to race. Yes, Travis had dated black women. Okay. But does that mean that when they say Onyx Night versus Opal Light, that it's automatically due to race? Could it not just simply be that she's describing with some level of poetry? And I hate to say that because I'm not the biggest Taylor Swift fan, and I think that a lot of her lyrics are pretty shallow. But nevertheless, could it not mean that maybe onyx being dark is a shallow metaphor for the idea of like, oh, when you were in other relationships where you didn't feel like you were getting what you needed, it wasn't as bright and happy as it is now. It's simply the comparison between day and night, and it's not automatically this evil racism that they claim. That's where the disconnect is here, is that they make a big jump from their shade being thrown to that shade is racism. And that not only is it against the X's, it's also against everyone of that race. That's where the disconnect lies. And then you even have people that will go so far as to claim that even the merchandise that is related to this album is racist. So take a look and a listen at this clip of this fan, who happens to be white, by the way, claiming that it's all Nazi symbolism on the merchandise related to opalite.
So Taylor Swift just put out a necklace on her merch website promoting her newest single off her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, and that necklace, I'll upload a picture in just a second. So Opalite was the only song I actually liked on the album, my first listen through. And then I came on TikTok and I saw many black female creators talking about the racial undertones that they heard in the song Opalite. And I am in the business of listening to black women. I think they would know what a microaggression sounds like against them way better than I ever could. And so my conclusion was that maybe Swift did not mean to be cruel or racist in the song. However, she is in a position of power. She should have known better. She should have understood that people would take it that way. And that's unfortunate. And I decided I was not going to stream the album anymore, right? Okay, so then today she puts out this. And yeah, actually, you know what? I do think the song Opalite is completely intentionally racial. And I am sick. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Okay, so this is the necklace promoting the song. There's a lyric where they say that they're dancing and the lightning strikes, so hence the lightning. And then we've got an opal light, I guess, in the center. Okay, so here's my fucking problem immediately. So these lightning bolts are not normal lightning bolts. They are specifically SS lightning bolts. Okay, it is not ambiguous.
So she claims that those are SS lightning bolts. Real quick, just for a visual comparison, you can see the lightning bolts there on the screen. Let's compare that to what Nazi SS lightning bolts look like. These are Nazi lightning bolts. That's that. I would say that those look a lot different than what we see here. I mean, sure, I could see maybe a little bit, but like, the other lightning bolts are supposed to look like the SS. Oh, but don't worry, there's more.
That is exactly what it is. And then if you'll look, there are 8 of them. Why does that matter? Because H is the 8th letter in the alphabet. Many Nazi, neo-Nazi circles, gangs will put 8, meaning Hitler. They'll put it in their bios. They'll tattoo it on their bodies. They'll put it on their motorcycles, their leather jackets. My dad was in a white supremacist gang. He had these tattooed on his body. It is why when you get a lightning bolt tattoo, if that's something you ever want, the tattoo artist is going to make sure, if they're a good artist, that they add an additional squiggle in there to make sure that there is no way that your lightning bolt tattoo could possibly be understood as an SS lightning bolt. I'm not reaching. The 8-8 thing is extremely common. That is extremely commonly known.
You are reaching.
That is an SS lightning bolt. You've never incorporated lightning bolts in your work before. Okay, and then we come down here, and that's an iron cross. That's a fucking iron cross. And I think if the necklace itself
okay, so she claims it's an iron cross, which is more Nazi symbolism. So compare, if we can actually, I'll get it to a place where you can actually
was just a plain chain, then this would be fine.
Okay, so you can see it right there. She's pointing to it. It's right there. Let's compare that to an iron cross. So you can see that right there. It looks kind of almost like a star. This is an iron cross. Okay, that's how I know she's reaching. And I really know she's reaching because if you look back here and you look at her video, give it a second.
But it's not, and it is the sum of its parts, right? And so there are only
I don't know if you guys can see it as well. Let's actually bring it back all the way to the beginning when she's right here. Yeah, you can see that right there. Is that if what she was trying to show was an iron cross, then what she's wearing right here is also an iron cross. And her dad this girl's dad was in a neo-Nazi group. She said it. So like, maybe did her dad give her that? Maybe this girl is a neo-Nazi. Now, I actually don't believe that, and I'm not accusing her of that. But what I'm trying to say is that these people will look for anything. They believe that white supremacy and neo-Nazism is on the rise, but it's not. It's not. And they believe that, and they're coming after Taylor. There's a lot of reasons why they could be coming after Taylor. I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan again, and it's crazy to me that I feel like I have to defend her in some way, but I think they're coming after Taylor because Taylor is defying what she had been. Also, let's also be clear, Taylor is by no means in any way right-wing. Taylor Swift has been has an entire song that calls out quote unquote homophobia and saying that anybody like basically right of center that doesn't want their kids being taught about LGBTQ stuff, that they need to calm down. That's that. She's a whole song about that. So Taylor Swift is by no means right-leaning. She's flat out said, don't vote for Republicans. So now they're coming after her though, because she's actually like settling down and being a normal person and finally getting married and having a life, and good for her. I'm happy for that. But they are searching so hard to try to call out racism everywhere they can conceivably find it. The fact of the matter is, why don't we just ask Taylor Swift about Opalite and that song? In fact, actually, somebody on Capital FM did. So take a look and listen to this interview where they ask her about Opalite.
Capital Breakfast. Opalite playing this Friday morning on Capital Breakfast. It's Jordan, Chris and Sean. If you've just put us on, then not much happening on the show today, apart from, Taylor Swift is here.
Oh, unbelievable.
Are we right in saying that is your fiance's favourite track? Travis loves it.
I would say that you're right about that too.
Yeah.
Just
or Travis Kelce loves Opalite.
On everything that you've assumed today. That is, I think that's his favorite. He loves that one. That one was like, I have like favorite words, favorite phrases, things that I'll put in like an endless file of lyrics that I'm just constantly going to like go and cherry pick from when I'm writing. And I had written down the word opalite because I learned that it's actually a man-made opal. Like opal can be man-made just like diamonds. And so Travis's birthstone is an opal. So it's like that I've always fixated on that. I've always loved that stone.
Not actually,
and I thought it was
it's not actually super hardcore racism that she chose a white stone to describe a light sky. It's not racism. No, it's actually his birthstone. You buffoons.
kind of a cool metaphor that like it's a man-made opal and happiness can also be man-made too.
Oh,
yes.
So that's kind of what the song is about. Is that
that's kind of what the song is about, is that it's a man-made stone and happiness can also be kind of man-made, and it's based off Travis's birthstone, and it's his favorite song now. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The people that will try to find racism anywhere, that's the biggest problem with this country. Now, I'm not going to say there aren't racist people out there, that there aren't crazy wackos that are in some way white supremacists. There are. But because the definition has changed so much, and because people claim that wanting our country to only have American citizens in it is racism, and wanting police to arrest criminals and keep them locked up is racism. Because saying that, hey, maybe the people that we have vote in our elections should have an ID to say that they've registered and that they're an eligible voter is racism. Of course, everything you see is gonna, if everything you're looking for is racism, then everything you see will be racism. And that's what these people have done, even for a lefty like Taylor Swift and her fiance, the overrated tight end, Travis Kelce. But that's my take. What do you guys think? Am I missing something? Is Taylor Swift's Opalite actually super, super racist? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think. And thank you so much for watching. God bless you. God bless America. And thank you for watching Speechless.